Oddly enough, April 7th. Today is National Bear Day, and I was hoping to change the logo from Wine with Dave to Bear with Dave just for tonight. So if you have a bear, pull it out, leave a comment. Leave a comment on your favorite bear. Hopefully it's not Bud. That's just, you should not even be watching the show if you're into Bud. Please. Bud is, ugh. So hopefully you're into some really funky bears. Anyway, this is really good wine. All right, so are we ready, Dave? I'm going to call you up. This is monumental. Monumental. Never done this live. I'm going to call my first guest on. A lot of things could go wrong, but this guy is super creative, and I think you're going to like him. I think you're going to like the way you look. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's call him. Let's start. Dave Stebenne.
National Bear Day.
National Bear Day. Yeah.
Just a little something.
I like it. What is it called? La Guinita?
Just a little something.
Just a little something. That looks really tasty. Something else. That is pretty cool. Okay. So, couple questions here. You worked at Hasbro. What did you do at Hasbro? Let's talk. Talk to me.
Yeah, so I started at Hasbro 1992, so it's been a while. And when I started there, I was package designing, toy packages. Did that for 5 years or so, and saw that there was a need internally for video creation. They were going out of house to do simple videos, and that was a hobby of mine. And so, I started kind of doing a little investigation and found out who they were going to, how much they were paying for it, and figuring that I could do that myself. So I started their internal video service at Hasbro in 1997, I want to say. And, for the first 10 years or so, I was the video guy, DAVIDEO, right?
Video, yeah.
It was a one-man show, one-stop shopping. I wore a lot of hats, ran the camera, directed, produced, edited.
When it started, were you the only guy doing that?
I was the only guy doing that.
So you had to create the department.
Yeah. It was at the beginning of the digital video era. Began that department, created that department based on the Media 100.
Media 100 is hardware and software that transforms your Macintosh into an online, non-linear video production system.
Always a Macintosh
Media
guy.
100 lets you make finished quality video programs without videotape.
I had a little edit suite and a space to do photography and video. Anything. My clients, they ranged from marketing to legal to quality control. The executive did a lot of corporate videos for the company. Did that for quite a while. That was a foundation that we built on, and we ended up getting a huge capital expenditure to put towards really building out a studio, an internal studio. About $1.5 million, we built a in-house studio there. Pretty large studio with a big green cyc. Actually, we painted it all different colors as needed. From there, the department grew, still going on today. I left the company about 2 years ago now. When I left, we were doing most of the broadcast work, commercials, working with external creative agencies, but we were the production arm. We did the pre-production, post-production, and all the distribution of all the videos and most of the commercials that you see on Cartoon Network or wherever the media buy.
So that was you. That was back in the day. That was all you.
Yeah, yep. Built the foundation, for sure.
The little estate has the biggest.
I always tried to stay ahead of the curve and always had a little niche. And I got myself into this stop motion niche there. And so anytime there was an opportunity to bring toys to life, I was the guy to do that. And I really enjoyed doing that.
So when the kids are playing with G.I. Joe in the sand and he happens to be moving, you were the one that deceived us thinking, if we get the G.I. Joe, he's going to move, and he doesn't.
Well,
It was you. You were the guy.
that's the problem. See, Hasbro, they have to walk a very fine line when it comes to making toys move without any hands on it. So it was tough. The legal department there is very strict. They've had issues in the past because of commercials, like you mentioned, where there's a helicopter moving across the screen. No kid was holding it. There was some legal thing that came down and cost the company a lot of money. This was way before my time. They had some apprehensions about stop motion. It's so magical and all. So there had to be we couldn't use that art form to sell product. There had to be a distinct difference. Like, it had to be for entertainment purposes only.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't sell the product at the end of it. No, island shot, a beauty shot of the product, and get this at Walmart. You couldn't do that. It had to be completely for entertainment only. We never really did broadcast commercials that way. It was a lot of social stuff, Facebook and YouTube. They had a lot of great figures that had a lot of great articulation. So I animated My Little Ponies, G.I. Joes, Marvel characters. So it was a lot of fun. I got to say, it's tough doing it for a company with so many layers of people that have a say in what it is. Stop motion is not a very forgiving art form in that it's hard to kind of go back and make changes. If you
Yeah. You don't sketch it and propose it. It's you either do it or you don't do it, right? Right. Hey, if anyone bought a Hasbro toy, My Little Pony, whatever, put it in the comments. Just leave it in the comments. Or if you have any questions for Dave, just put it right in there. He's the guy that did those commercials. So that's what happened up to that point. What have you been working on lately since you left Hasbro?
Since then, I've been trying to reach some colleagues that I know from the business that may need my art, what I can bring to the table. So I've reached out to a couple people I know that have left the company that have developed their own product line, very similar to G.I. Joe's. There was one particular guy that left the company and developed modular 3D printed figures that you could snap together and you could add on to. It's a really great concept. They're called Modibot.
Modibot?
MODIBOT. You can check that out at modibot.com. They've got a bunch of stuff. It's basically an armature, if you will, a very simple armature.
Yeah, show me some of your armatures and show us your studio.
So this is a Modibot.
A Modibot. Nice.
Right, so all these pieces kind of ships in a bag, and you snap them together to make this figure. This is the armature. All these pieces are 3D printed, and they snap on to give them a little bulk, a little more action figure-like, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I do is modify the Modibots by drilling a little hole in their feet and putting a little super strong magnet. And I put them in the feet, and that way, when I stand them up,
right.
Get them in all kinds of positions, and they can just stay on there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So this is what I'm doing. This is the latest thing I'm doing. And I was working on this for the opening day of baseball, which keeps getting pushed out, which is great because I'm not ready yet.
You need the time.
What I've done here is use Sculpey.
I heard of Sculpey. Sure, I never bought any, but I wanted to.
That you can shape into anything. It's a great material to sculpt with.
I heard that comes in a lot of different colors.
Absolutely. And then it's paintable as well. So just the other night, I sculpted this catcher's mitt.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, so there's a lot of detail, and then I just put it in the oven, and it hardens up. And the thing with Modibot is, he's got these little ball joints that you can then, put your compound onto, and then that just snaps right onto, the guy's arm. Like, for instance, this guy's got this catcher's mitt. Let me come over here in the light. Yeah,
right, cool.
Catcher's mitt, and that just snaps right into the figure.
So you're gonna have a baseball going right through and a strike and go into the catcher's mitt?
Yeah. See, I figured I would.
How are you gonna get the ball to just hover using fishing line or something?
Yeah, because the ball moves so quick, I don't even need to really show that in motion. It's just like bang, it'll be in the glove.
Oh, okay.
But definitely the swing of the bat, will be one photo at a time. I'm going to bring something up on my computer here.
Yeah.
So this is the software that I use called Dragon Frame. This is a Modibot. Stop motion at its bare bones is a series of photographs back to back, which creates motion. So that's one shot. I'm just kind of stepping through. Each one's a photograph.
Oh, right. That's crazy. You have to study body parts and how people dance and.
Yeah, I've always been very conscious of how things move. I play, ball with my dog in the backyard all the time, and I just study how the dog moves.
Yeah.
And, that's what I bring, to stop motion.
So Carmela said this is so cool. She thinks it's really cool. That's awesome. So I've got Get Your Groove On. This is a special. This is a minute and like 16 seconds. I want to show everybody. This is from Dave Stebenne. Get Your Groove On. Get your groove on. Okay, that's cool. Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. So it's like you have to time everything with a beat. Are you like recording the song first, or just kind of feeling out how fast it's going to be?
In that case, I did that afterwards. I found the piece of music afterwards, and then in Premiere or Final Cut, I can adjust it slightly to kind of match the beat of the song. That's my workflow. What you're not seeing there is there's moves where he's on his hands or he's in the air. I have to rig the character, and I'm going to show you. Let me switch this around again.
Yeah, sure. How do you rig a character?
Right, so see this bar that comes in?
Oh, it's green screened, sort of. It's a green bar.
Yeah. So that's this thing.
Ah, and then that gets removed because green gets kicked out in production.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll take a.
That's how they do it.
I'll shoot the character on the stage, and then I'll take a picture of that, and then I'll take a picture without it. So I've got the background, just the background alone, and then in Photoshop I have to open up each image, and I go in and I take the shot with that's just the background, and I will erase out the rigging, replacing it with just the background. If you follow that, it's a little. I'm simplifying it. It's a little techie.
Yeah, but you need that rigging to kind of keep him floating and doing what he has to do.
Yeah, because he can't maintain that position. I don't have magnets on every part of him, just his feet.
Yeah, so if a character's standing up and he's got magnets, and that's all he's doing is walking, you wouldn't need that rigging, correct?
Right.
Okay, that is really cool. I mean, it takes a certain type of artist to love doing that, right?
It's it definitely takes patience, and I'll come down to my basement studio, any moment that I can. I got 2 young boys. that require lunch. I have to feed them sometimes.
Yeah, they have to live.
And,
unfortunately, they got to live.
Yeah, and with homeschooling now, so my days, I definitely have to get up early to get some work time in before I have to feed them and get them on their way. And
Nice.
so it's in pieces. I do what I can when I can, and then take the time late at night to kind of put it all together. And so I go from drag and frame. Usually I'll use Photoshop to kind of clean things up. And then I take it into a program called Motion, which is similar to After Effects.
Yep.
I use both, but I prefer Motion. That's made by Apple. Works with layers, and like Photoshop, but moving pictures. So that one works for me. I try to put something out onto YouTube weekly. That's my goal, and I've been doing pretty good since January. Putting something up once a week. And so I'm working on this piece that's going to go up on Thursday. I usually post on Thursdays at Chicken Coop Productions on YouTube.
Nice. Yeah, to see more of his stuff, go to YouTube and just look for Chick and Coop.
So I took the little Madi bot. See this here?
Yep.
I'm a big scooter fan. I've got 2 antique scooters. I just love the shape of them. So anyways, I took this guy and I put him on there. He fit kind of nice. And I took some photographs and animated him a bit. And so then I shot him on the green screen. So I took him into Motion. And I'm going to flip this around one more time. So here he is. The thing is, now I need a background. I got to composite this on a background. So quiet Sunday morning, this past Sunday, I hooked up a GoPro camera to the back of my car.
Oh, yeah.
And drove around the quiet streets of Providence. This is the perfect time because there's not a lot of people out there.
Sure.
This is what we got here. There's a lot of layers going on here, and I just wanted to show your viewers as he goes through the bridge.
Yeah.
I'm adjusting the lighting on him. See the difference?
Oh, yeah, right.
It's lowered the levels on him, and I'll bring it back up when he goes out.
That is cool. Yeah, and otherwise he just doesn't look like he's in the scene.
Yeah.
That's great work.
After looking at the footage, the time of day that I shot it, I got these huge sunbursts. It was early in the morning. The sun was low in the sky. That kind of separated him from the background, and I need to blend them. So put a sunburst on top of him in this program.
Wow.
So I got some light rays coming over him, so it really grounds him in the scene.
Yeah, I mean, that looks like that's in the film, the footage, and it actually leaps off and comes in front of him. It's like part of it.
Another thing that really helps get him in there is see how these shadows are going over him right here?
Right.
And that's all, in post production. And that's just a little trick, kind of get those shadows over him. That's going to go up on Thursday. You can check that out. You guys are getting a sneak peek. Let me talk about these guys for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got a piece that I'm working on. You remember these guys from the Cantina Band? I did a video not long ago using them, so I'm kind of revisiting that. And I'm going to put a piece together to release on May the 4th. That's a big Star Wars day. May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, May the 4th be with you.
So I'm putting together a piece that's going to be a spoof of... Remember on VH1? Who remembers MTV and VH1?
Oh, I do.
There was a program called Behind the Music.
Yeah, right.
Remember that? So I'm doing a spoof on Behind the Music.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, that's awesome. That is really cool.
So that's another little sneak peek. I'm going to just kind of tell the story of where they went from Mos Eisley. They kind of made it big, and so big that, they got involved in... I don't know. There's a death, and it's like, what do? And, they bring on a new guy. There's a lot.
They get addicted to drugs and stuff. They just have a rough life after.
Yeah,
they were shot into fame too early.
They couldn't handle the fame. One guy, committed suicide or whatever, or or Greedo shot him in the canteen. I don't know what yet. I'm still working out the story. It's only going to be a short little teaser, but anyways, that'll be out on May the 4th.
That is so cool. Thanks for coming on and sharing this. What else are you doing creatively outside of this?
I'm an illustrator by trade, so I do storyboards for productions. And one of the things I like to do is scour the beach. I go to Block Island every season, and I pick up driftwood, and I use a wood burnisher to put some illustrations on there. This is a piece. These are available at the Purple Cow down in Wakefield.
Yep.
She's got a piece of these. It's repurposed wood from a pallet, and then I do an illustration on it and do a paint wash on them. Usually I take April to create a bunch of that stuff. So that she's got what she needs for the summertime at the Purple Cow.
Nice. Yeah, I've been to the Purple Cow. Well, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. So how do we find your website? What's your website? How do people reach you if they want to leave comments? And actually, everybody go and subscribe to his YouTube channel. It's Chick and Coop. Chick and Coop Productions. Chick is named after his grandmother, and Coop is named after his son. Your older son or younger son?
Yeah, my oldest son, his name is Cooper. We call him Coop.
Coop.
And ever since he was born, I don't know, I just came up with Chicken Coop, and that was always something that I did on the side. So once I left Hasbro, I'm like, let me blow this out. So that's the company. And
what's your other son's name?
My other son is Finley.
Finley?
So, Finn and Coop.
Is he jealous that his name isn't in your business?
Not yet. He doesn't know. No, he knows. Actually, at the end of the videos, I put Finn, because that means.
Oh yeah, you finished the end. Yeah, so you get him in there. He ends the show. Good. It's probably the last of the line. No more kids after this, right? Because he's Finn. You're finito. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Great seeing all this work.
Find me at Chicken Coop Productions on YouTube. Subscribe, please. I need subscribers. Trying to make that, monetary channel.
Right.
You know as well as anybody, you need a certain number of subscribers before you can do that. But my website is cncstudiopro.com. That's CNC, like Chicken Coop.
Yeah.
Studio Productions Pro. cncstudiopro.com. So you can go to the website. I got a YouTube page, got a Vimeo page. You can find all that social stuff from my website if you choose to.
cncstudiopro.com. I just typed it in the comments. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on.
No problem.
Keep listening, and I got more stuff to share, so I got to get another glass of wine.
All right, Dave. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. That was a really, really fun interview. What a creative guy. Thank you, Dave, for being on, showing me your studio, showing all of us your studio, and Chicken Coop Productions. So again, Chick is his grandmother's name, and Coop is his oldest son. And I thought that was cool that he gets his other son, his younger son's name in the business. Finn. It ends with Finn, which is finish. Over. It's over. It's over.